When does Roblox's culling system make your game lag? Imagine running through a busy city in Roblox and suddenly experiencing a slowdown. You might wonder what causes this lag, especially when the game is supposed to be smooth. Today, we're going to uncover when Roblox's culling system can actually be the reason your game stutters or drops frames. Culling is a way Roblox makes games run better by not rendering objects you can't see. It removes objects blocked by walls or away from the camera. This helps save processing power so your game can focus on what players see and interact with. But sometimes, culling itself can cause lag if it's not set up correctly. The main problem happens when the game has a lot of objects packed into one area. If the culling system isn't optimized, it still has to check each object to decide if it should be rendered or not. When there are thousands of objects, these checks can become a big drain on the CPU, making the game slow down. Another common issue is with distance settings. If your game's render distance is set too high, Roblox keeps processing objects far away from the player, even if they're not visible. This means the game is doing unnecessary work, which can cause lag. On the flip side, if the distance is too small, the game keeps loading and unloading objects as players move around, creating stuttering and frame drops. Roblox has added automatic occlusion culling, which helps by not rendering objects hidden behind other objects. This feature reduces lag because it stops the game from wasting time on objects players can't see. But it's not a complete fix. Developers still need to manage distance-based culling properly to avoid processing too many objects that are far away but still being calculated. Custom culling solutions are popular among developers. These work by dividing the game world into regions and only loading objects nearby. The trouble comes when these systems check thousands of objects every frame without optimization. This can overload the CPU and cause lag. Using clustering and multi-threading helps spread the workload, but if not done right, it can still cause issues. For beginners, using Roblox's built-in streaming-enabled feature is a simple way to handle culling. It automatically loads and unloads terrain and models based on how close they are to the player. More advanced players can implement custom culling modules that update less frequently, like every 1 or 2 seconds instead of every frame. This reduces CPU load and keeps gameplay smooth. Adjusting your game's render distance based on what kind of game you're making is also important. For big open worlds, set a larger distance but optimize how often objects are checked. For smaller or indoor games, keep the distance shorter to avoid unnecessary processing. If your game has many particles or effects, turn off or limit their spawning when they're off-screen. This can make a big difference in performance. Remember, culling isn't the problem itself but how it's used. When lag happens despite culling, it's usually because it's not configured properly or the system is checking too many objects at once. Proper setup, including clustering, threading, and adjusting update intervals, can help keep your game running smoothly.